Hey YouTubers, I am back with some more movie reviews. Sorry it's been a little bit. I've had some family come down for a little bit for a visit, and it was great to see some of my in-laws come in for a visit. So, if you guys are watching this, I hope to see you guys soon. It was fun, and do love you guys, and we do miss you guys. So, let's just start with the movie reviews. I have watched a few movies. I've watched a movie called Black Cobra. I've watched Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Woman in Black, and Chronicle. Now, I'm going to start with Black Cobra because it wasn't the best movie in the bunch that I've watched. And it wasn't a bad movie, but at least give it at least one view because it was okay. It was mildly entertaining. It has T.J. Storm as Seizue, Kerry Hayaku Tango as Goro Tonks, Jeff Wolf as Nicholas, Michael Sheen Moore as Sifu, Setbat Edward Moffat as Mifu Mashala, Richard Dorton as Satoshi Richard, Ursula Taryn as Kiki, C. Tracy Morris as Vicky, Nathan Brooks Bergs as George Collins, Scott Donovan as Frank Collins, Stephanie Sheva as Shiva Chris, Floyd Blue Gilmore as Gilroy, and J.T. Jackson as Gerald. Now, let's read this movie because I always read the back because it'll be a little bit easier than trying to explain the movie. One man takes a journey across the country smuggling and selling illegal black diamonds to pay for his father's pardon in South Africa. But when he arrives into the United States to finalize what appears to be a simple transaction, he is soon double-crossed and becomes caught up in a contraband determination and revenge fuel him to overcome an opponent far more lethal than he has ever met. Now, this guy comes back to the United States trying to, get his father out of the African prison. And, the martial arts scenes are really good. J.T. Storm, he's not a bad actor. I think he needs to do a little bit more movies or do something because everybody's acting was just, it was mediocre. It was not one of those movies that's like, oh wow, that was awesome, that was great. I'd like to watch that again. It's a movie I'll watch once and probably never watch again. But I'll just say this for J.T. Storm. He did a pretty good job with the martial arts scenes and stuff. And like I said, if you like the extras, they got bloopers. So watch the bloopers and stuff. Those are pretty funny. Next I have is Iron Man. Now, I did watch Iron Man and Captain America and Thor because the new Avengers movie is out. I probably have done a review on these, and I probably haven't done a review on the others. And so I'm going to do them now, starting with Iron Man, starring Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, Terrence Howard as Rhodey, Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane, Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts, Sean Tuch as Jensen, Fry Thor as Razor, Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson, and Paul Bettany as Jarvis's voice. Now, I don't know if you guys have read the comics or if you guys have watched Iron Man movie. It is a really good movie. Robert Downey Jr. does an awesome job playing Tony Stark. It's not too much of a stretch for him to play a multi-billion-dollar playboy when he's a multi-million-dollar playboy. And such a one of my favorite superhero movies that have come out besides Captain America. It's a great, fun movie to watch. I give this movie a 10. It's one of my favorite movies. So check out Iron Man. The next I have is the Captain America. The First Avenger. Now, this is a great comic book movie. I like that they stay close to original comic books and they didn't do any modern words. They used the actual World War II era, and I mean it was great. They brought in the Hydra, Red Skull. So Captain America was played by Chris Evans. Haley Atwin as Peggy Carter. Sebastian Stan as Bucky. Tommy Lee Jones as Colonel Chester Phillips. Hugo Weaving as Red Skull. Dominic Cooper as Howard Stark. Stanley Tucci as Dr. Abraham Isaacs. And Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Now, I don't know if you guys know the Captain America storyline, but they did a great job on the movie. Now, Chris Evans did a really good job as Captain America. The storyline was great. It was fun to watch, and it's nothing like seeing one of your comic book heroes come to life on the big screen. And I like that they did the full origins and everything for Captain America. So check out the Captain America movie, First Avenger. It's an awesome, awesome movie. Next movie I have is Thor. Now, let's say this: the Thor movie was good. It wasn't good as the Captain America and Iron Man. The special effects were awesome. The characters are well done and stuff, but it was more. The movie is more done for the CGI and all that stuff. And the Thor movie has Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Anthony Hopkins as Odin, Ray Stevenson as Volstagg, Todd B. Aston as Hogan, Jamie Alexander as Sif, Rene Russo as Figra, Josh Alza Fendrell, and Idris Elba as Hindle. Colin Farrell is King Luth. Stellan Skarsgård is Eric Selvage. Kate Denning is Darcy Lewis, and Clark Gregg is Agent Coulson. Now, if you know if you know your mythology, Thor is is a Norse god and part of the Norse gods, and they did a really good job on the special effects. The characters were well done, and the storyline for Thor was pretty good. But I felt there could be more. There could have been more to the Thor movie, which I was hoping for more. But they mostly did it for the special effects. So I'd probably give Thor a 7. It could have been done a little bit better, more story and stuff. I mean, the Destroyer was great. All the Loki was really good. Characters are well done. It's just there could have been a little bit more story to it. Next I have this movie and the Black Cobra and Woman in Black will be out on Tuesday. And the Woman in Black stars Daniel Radcliffe as Arthur Kipps, Karina Hines as Daly, Sophie Stux as Stella Kipps, Roger Allen as Mr. Bentley, and Janet McTree is Miss Daly. Now, I'll read the back of this one. Arthur Kipps is a widowed lawyer whose grief has put his career in jeopardy. He is sent to a remote village to sort out the affairs of a recently deceased eccentric. But upon his arrival, it soon becomes clear that everyone in the town is keeping a deadly secret. Although the townspeople tries to keep Kipps from learning the tragic history he soon discovers that the house belonging to the clients is haunted by the ghost of the woman who is determined to find someone and something she has lost. And no one, not even the children, are safe from her vengeance. Now, this movie was a pretty good movie. It wasn't really scary, but it really drew you into the movie. And Daniel Radcliffe was a phenomenal actor. I am kind of glad to see him break away from the Harry Potter movies. And I'd give this movie a 10. So check out The Woman in Black. The next movie I have is Chronicle. Now, the Chronicle has about three kids that stumble on this power. Uh, Dane DeHaan as Andrew Detmeyer, Alex Russo as Matt Garrity, and Michael B. Jordan as Steve Montgomery. Now, this movie kind of plays into, let's just say, some kids get into they get some superpowers and stuff. Now, if you're a young kid, you're like, I don't know, just getting ready to graduate, almost ready to graduate high school and stuff, and you stumble onto these powers, what are you going to do? And these kids do all the stuff that a kid would do with powers. But each one comes from a different background. So this movie is a very good and kind of really funny movie and stuff. I'd highly recommend checking this one out. I give this one a 10. It was a pretty fun and entertaining movie. The cinematography is pretty good for it. It was kind of done like a kid, kind of doing recording all the things that are happening with the powers and stuff. So I have one question, because this movie kind of brought an idea to me that I should ask this question. If you stumble onto a power, what would you do with it? Me, I don't know, I would kind of mess around like these kids did for a little bit, but then I'd also try and save people and stuff if I could. So let me know what you'd do if you got stumbled onto some superpowers and stuff. Would you help people? Would you play around? What would you do? So I will see you next movie review. Leave some comments down below and rate me if you hate me. Later.